This is Layer by Layer, and today we're going to go over Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. In this series, we're going to go through After Effects, and I'm going to show you how I built the file for the Abracadabra motion graphic that I did. So we're going to start with the first layer, which is literally just the music video. This is what it looks like. I just took the intro clip from the music video, added that. This, I put a lock on it just so I know that this was a hidden layer. I'm pretty sure that I treated this as a parent or even just like as a guide. Okay, so this is a shape layer that was red and I put a multiply effect on it just to make it look a little bit different. The beginning was pretty experimental, so I was just kind of adding layers, adding effects, seeing what I liked. There wasn't a whole lot of structure to it. So that's what that was. Oh yeah, and then this one, I did just like a half cut for it because I thought, I don't know, I liked the word like category and I wanted the letters to flip, like one flipping up and one flipping down, or at least the two halves of the word, doing that in the graphic. This one, again, it's just an effect that I put on the left side of her face for this. And then this one, I added it regular on that side just to see how it looks. And then I put a different effect. It looks like this layer comes in later, so we'll skip that for now. And then the category is, and then yeah, category, I made it two different layers. And it just flips. You can see how it flips in here. Cool. Because like I said, I just wanted the two sets of 4 layers to like come in on opposite sides, and then also the frame to shift as well. Again, experimental. There's no reason to it. It's just fun. And then is the last word, and then I have the dots animate up like that. After that, we have this section. Let's see what I did. Oh yeah, is dance or die, I believe. And this one again was a hidden layer. I just used that as a frame to put, there we go, this layer in. So that's what this rectangle shape was for. After that, then I put, again, another red overlay filter on it. And then dance, the word dance animates in from the side. So she does her little dance. And then after that, I had this kind of skull animation come in because she says or die. After that, we have, oh yeah, after that, I just have it do a hard cut from this section to the dancing section, which was the layer that we left alone down here. So yeah, now this goes to the viral like seated dancing section in the music video that I also really liked. So this is where the alchemy circle comes in. Just kind of added like moons and shapes and triangles all kind of rotating at the same time. Built that in Illustrator and then threw that in here. So let's see where we're at. There we are. So this is the alchemy circle. Again, we do a hard cut from this to this, and it's rotating. The eye is also shifting back and forth slowly. It's a bit harder to see, but you can tell it's moving. And then at the same time, this was the first thing I actually built, was this text going around in a circle that says Abracadabra. This was like the first visual. When I started this project, this was the first visual that I envisioned in my head, and it got me kickstarted on it. And so I built this, and then I got stuck, and I was like, okay, now what? So then I went back to the beginning after I built this and did everything that you had just seen up until this point. Yeah, I don't know. That's how my brain works. That's what it did. So built this first and I was all about it. Did the alchemy circle, did the rotating. Oh yeah, so it does the circle and then it follows the text and it kind of goes in like a wavy shape following Abracadabra. And the whole frame shifts at an angle just to kind of give it more visual interest. And then Abracadabra all held out. And the eye is still kind of doing its side to side thing while everything's moving. But then I really like this part where it kind of spins out with the last few letters. I mean, it's kind of quite a bit. There's quite a bit of letters actually still while it's rotating out. But I thought it looked really cool. It's just kind of visually interesting to me. So I really like this section. But yeah, while the film is angled, that just shifts off the frame. And then the new frame pops in and that is at the same angle. And then lays down into place into its natural position, front facing towards the viewer. She does this kind of dance, and then again I wanted to do Abracadabra. Let me see. Oh yeah, no, I also pulled this clip. I was thinking about using the Brazil show and like clipping that in to the music video visuals, but it was too much going on, so I ended up not using it. So then I do Abracadabra just running down the whole screen vertically as another way to show the text in a different way while she's doing this dance. And then again, it does the cut, or I guess it's like a sweep over to the next scene in the music video. And this part, this is the best. I mean, this is my favorite part. I don't know, you can agree or disagree, but this is my favorite part. So the camera, let's see where we're at. Then what happens? Oh yeah, okay. So the fire comes up. Let's see if I can find my layers. Oh yeah, here we go. We're just gonna turn all these layers on because I feel like this is the tail end of it. Oh, yes. Okay, so we missed the beat part. Let's drop back for a second. So we have the spiral with alchemy circle spinning out, all that cool stuff. Abracadabra running down vertically on the frame. And then this part, so feel the beat under your feet. When I built this, I was really like into the whole lacy clothing that they had in the costumes for the music video. So I wanted to incorporate that in some way, but I wasn't sure how. And when I built these beat circles, I felt like they were a little bland, a little boring. And so I was like, okay, this is my moment. Like, this is where I'm going to add the lace. And so just threw the lace over the shapes that I already had as a mask. And I was like, okay, that's it. Like, we found it. So we have the beats here that hit with the beat of the song, obviously. So feel the beat under your feet. And then I think it's like the floor's on fire is what she says. But yeah, I wanted it to literally be like as if the beat itself was coming from like the depths of hell. And that's where the music was coming from. And then the floor gets set on fire as if it's hell itself. I have these little demons that are kind of doing like a wiggle animation. It's just like chaos. Like there's just a lot going on in this shot. And it's super short. So it's like kind of overwhelming. You can't see everything all at once unless you slow it down or watch it multiple times. But yeah, and I also have this layer that I built. I think it's the background. I can turn off, I have it on hard light right now, but if you put it on normal, you can see it's literally like little rocks and cliffs and things. But I felt like this was too cartoony looking, so I didn't want to leave it like that. So I kind of put the hard light effect on it to kind of push it back and not have it so like in your face and obvious, because I think this looks cooler and the other way just looked too cartoony. So put that effect on there. And then they all just wiggle while this is happening. And then when it says the floor's on fire, this fire animation or video clip, stock clip comes up. And that acts as a transition. Ooh, what happened? Why is it red? Hang on a second. Oh, I have this shape turned on. Again, this was another mask layer. That was probably for the embers that I'm going to show you in a second. But yeah, so the fire comes up and I treat that as a transition to kind of go from like that, you know, hell dancing kind of shot into this typography focused section where the camera is shifting in a 3D space and kind of finding the lyrics as they're being said. And then I also had, I'm trying to find that layer. I have a layer of embers that should be going behind it because I get like, oh yeah, here it is. So I thought that this looked boring with just the black. So I added this, which is another stock video, to add embers behind it to kind of, I just bumped the mic, so sorry. Add embers behind it to just kind of fill it out more and give it just more. So again, like I thought it was boring, added the embers, and now, oh my gosh, I jumped so far ahead, so sorry. But yeah, flames and then transition, because the video cuts here, like you can't really see it, but the video just cuts out right there. And then the text pops in. You can kind of see it right there where the transition happens, but it's not supposed to be the focal point. So that's what the fire is acting as to not mask it, but to hide that part. And then Abracadabra, like I said, goes through with the camera animation in a 3D space. And then I really like that the frame of the music video, like it ends on like her dramatic dancing pose. And then after that, it's just my outro saying that I did the graphics for this. Obviously, I did not film the music video, not even close. But yeah, the graphics, that was me, all the motion graphics and whatnot. So anyway, that's layer by layer. That's how I did everything in this clip, and I plan on doing more of this in the future, kind of showing the breakdown of how I animate and how I think about things, or like why I added things, like I said, like the embers and the lace to the music beats. Like I just thought it was more visually interesting, and I felt like it was on brand for what the song was about, or like the textures that I saw in the music video that I wanted to kind of like pull as an asset and add it to my motion graphic design. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be making more in the future, and yeah, just more music lyric animations, because I think this is really fun and I love video animation, and yeah, that's what I got going on. All right, thanks, bye.